cherries, we had plums, we had the apples.
Hmm.
So grandma had peaches and pears and something else. I forget what the other one she had was.
Yeah.
That no, the raspberry and blackberry bushes. We had lots of those around
Ooh,
too.
yeah. Raspberry and blackberries.
Yeah, dude. When we
Nice.
were kids, we just hang out all day. You know, you got hungry and shit. You just like hit the neighbor's yard, hit a blackberry bush, or grab an apple off the tree or whatever. Nobody cared back in the day.
Yeah.
I had one neighbor down on the corner because I grew up in a little cul-de-sac, right? And the house on the corner was an old Italian guy, and he had wine grapes growing in his backyard on his big trellises.
Hmm.
Those things were so good, dude. So they got
Oh,
huge
yeah.
pits of them. Yeah, yeah. As long as we didn't raid too many of them, we didn't interfere with his wine making. He didn't get mad at us.
Right. Yeah. You weren't pulling a Mike Smiller.
That's right. Grabbing them
Nobody
kumquats.
wants them. Who's
Yeah,
the
nobody wants them
kumquat?
anyway.
Nobody wants them. Let's talk about pirating. Nobody wants them.
Yeah, I
That
just
was the
happened to have
funniest thing
a
ever,
gallon
dude.
Ziploc bag in my pocket.
Yeah. Nobody wants them. That was funny shit, dude.
I mean, they're just hanging there on the tree. You know. Oh,
That
this
was so
fucking.
serendipitous, because he was talking about pirating while he
I
takes
know, dude.
free. It was just like, dude, this is so ironic. It was so funny.
Yeah. He's sitting there talking about stealing and pirating and all this crap. Well, as he's stealing this fruit off the neighbor's tree, it's like, oh
Right,
my god, you couldn't write that in a movie. Nobody'd believe
right. It's ridiculous. But
it.
like he didn't even have to, well, actually he was walking around and he was live, but he didn't even have to reply to that. You know what I mean? Like, why even give it any credence?
Right.
Nobody wants them, but they were pointing it out in the chat. All that, all you're talking about pirating. Meanwhile, you're stealing fruit off a tree there,
Yeah.
walking down the
Yeah.
street.
And his dumbass
But
would,
it is true. Like when people have fruit trees like that, usually like they get what they want, and whatever's left, or if it hangs over the fence or whatever, they don't care.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
They
that's
really
how
don't care.
when I was growing up. That's how everything.
Yeah,
If our tree
yeah,
hung over your fence, whatever's on your side of the fence was yours.
yeah.
Yeah, we never had like squabbles over fruit trees or anything back in.
Right. Yeah. It sometimes they produce so much. Like sometimes it's just like half of it rots on the fucking ground.
Mm. Oh, dude, like
And
when
then
I
you had
was living in Texas, everybody had the fucking what do you call them? Pecan trees. Like in the
uh-huh,
what is it,
yeah,
late summer, early fall, or whatever. Everybody'd start just bringing bags and bags. You couldn't get
bags
anywhere,
and
dude.
yeah. You couldn't.
Fucking.
Yeah. Dude, and then they're all on the ground, and it's fruit or even pecans. And then you have to worry about the bugs and the fucking
Mhm.
animals, and it's like fuck, especially like with peaches or any kind of fruit, all the fucking
Oh yeah, dude.
flies
Then you
and
get all
shit,
all the bees and shit too. The apple
bees,
trees, the
yeah,
fucking bees love
hmm
those apple trees, dude.
yeah. So it's like a good thing when people like will take them.
Yeah, yeah. After a
Oh
certain
shit.
point, because you don't want them just laying there on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, we when I was doing the landscape thing, man, we were doing a yard for this little old lady here down the road from me, and she had a big old apple tree in her backyard. Man, this thing was putting out a lot of fruit, but she could never get out there and pick the fruit anymore or anything, right? Because she was
hmm
so old. And
Yeah.
we're out there landscaping and made the mistake of walking into that tree, dude. And there was like all those rotten
Oh shit.
apples on the ground. There was like 1,000 bees, dude. I got lit up like a Christmas tree, man. It just felt like somebody put a
Wow.
cigarette out in my back. I was like, ah. Next thing I know, I look over my shoulder and there's like a cloud of these things chasing me through the backyard. I was like, ah,
Wow.
running away.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't doubt it, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think they